Hi everyone, thanks for joining me on this wintry day. Just felt like making a video today on meditation. So this is particularly designed for beginners, people that may have never tried it a couple of times, that sort of thing. I'll just talk a bit about the benefits that I've felt from meditation. I'll give a few demonstrations as well. My hope is that in this video actually I'll give you some demonstrations that you can feel some benefit immediately, and it might inspire you to try it. Basically, to try it. It doesn't have to be for very long. That's often a myth about meditation. Even just doing it for 5 minutes in the morning and the evening can be really beneficial. Obviously, a bit longer can be better. So yeah, where to begin? I've been interested in meditation for a number of years, on and off. More recently, I've just done a retreat with my wife for 3 days and just felt very inspired about the practice again. Just really good peace, feelings of peace, joy, and can really just help with my mental health, to be honest. So I love that you can do it at any time, anywhere, and it's completely free. It just is about connecting with your body and your mind and your whole self, really, more deeply. And yeah, it's so simple yet so effective. So yeah, those are the main benefits that I could really say. It's just free. It gives pretty much instant results, and can, from my experience, has helped me dealing with negative feelings, particularly. Often in the past, if I would feel worried or angry or upset, I would often hold on to those feelings for a long time and create a lot of anxiety, stress, these sorts of things, and it would last me for a long time. I'd have to maybe resort to doing addictive behaviors to distract myself from it. What I've realized is that actually these addictive behaviors, whatever addiction you pick, doesn't really solve it. It might silence it for a bit, but it doesn't really solve the root issue. And in fact, just a simple meditation practice can already help with that, and can help you understand yourself better, as I've found, noticing some of the habits of thought that are ingrained in my mind and my body, and yeah, just noticing, giving more space to notice that has helped me a lot. So yes, let's do some demonstrations. So just for those who are complete beginners, so could you start by closing your eyes? So if you're in a busy area, I'd recommend going somewhere quieter so that you're not so distracted. Just try just please now, if you come into a quiet space, just close your eyes. And to begin with, if you could just try to stop thinking for 15-20 seconds. Just don't think if you can. Just starting now. Okay, so you can open your eyes. So how did you get on? I imagine if you're like me and like most people that I've met, you probably couldn't stop thinking. That's perfectly fine. That's pretty normal, to be honest. And as part of meditation, we're not really, although there may be less thoughts as we do it more, we're not trying to not think. We're not trying to like force our mind to not think, because the mind is just going. The mind is just going, it's analysing, it's judging, it's coming up with ideas about the future and the past, and it's just going. And what I've noticed is that we really need to be gentle with our minds and not try and fight it so much. It's not a competition, it's just about observing, and I think a spirit of gentleness is so important to have with meditation and with life in general, to be honest. Okay, the next demonstration I would like to take you through. If you again could close your eyes, and this time just try to observe your respiration. So the breathing in and out, in through the nostrils and out through the nostrils. You might feel try to notice the actual sensation on the body of the air coming in and out of your nostrils. Or alternatively, the rising and falling of your chest. And this is always going on. You don't need to change it, by the way, you can just observe the breath. And if you find yourself thinking about whatever I'm saying or whatever you're thinking about, you can always just remember that the body is always here, and below the mental noise there is always the breath that we can come back to or connect with. Just noticing again the air through the nostrils or the rising and falling of the chest. And with your eyes still closed, now I'd invite you to become alert. And you can ask the question in your head, what is my next thought going to be? What is my next thought going to be? And remain alert, waiting for what that next thought is going to be. Almost like a cat by a mouse hole, waiting for the mouse to run past. Remain alert if you can we'll just do this for 15 seconds. Okay, you can open your eyes. So I wonder how you got on with that exercise at the end. What happens during that exercise is that actually the mind can stop thinking for a short time, maybe even half a second, and you might notice the space between the thoughts. And often, from my experience, that space is just so pleasant. It's just, they call it no mind. And you can't really describe it with words because it's just an experience, but I often find it very relaxing to just, whenever that happens. And this exercise that I've just demonstrated, you can feel free to pause the video and do it for a bit longer if you'd like. But this is called watching the thinker. or being the witness. And this is a key element from what I've understood about meditation. It's really trying to contemplate the truth and experience the truth that you are not your mind, or you are not your thoughts. Often in life, we're so busy thinking about everything in the past and in the future, what we're going to do, what we're doing now, X, Y, Z, how is it going to go, analyses, judgments, everything, and also emotions. You might feel worried, and you can say, I am worried, or I am angry, I am nervous. Often whenever we have these sensations and thoughts, we can get very identified with them. But as you may have noticed there, in fact, the thoughts that arise, and the thoughts do lead to emotions as well, actually they are not us. We can be something, we are separate from the thoughts. And meditation is about developing the witness, they call it, or the watching this thinking mind, watching the mind as the thoughts are coming up and as the emotions are coming up, just trying to have a bit of distance between the whole thing. So, and that allows us a bit more freedom in terms of choosing how we respond to those feelings and thoughts, rather than just being on autopilot. It allows us a bit of space. So that's the kind of crux of it, I would say, from my experience. And all that we can do in meditation is give ourselves some time to check in with ourselves and our bodies and our emotions, and try to develop that skill of noticing when the emotions and the thoughts come up. And from my experience, that can stop all these just being so stressed all the time, or worried and getting so caught up in the negative feelings, because once you identify what's going on from a sort of outsider perspective, you can allow it. It's hard to explain. I'll just show through a meditation, but it's about kind of being gentle and allowing the emotion to come up, without focusing too much on the mental noise. So I think this would be easiest explained just through practice. So again, I would invite you to close your eyes, and we'll do a very similar practice to what we've done just now, just for 5 to 7 minutes. And so starting with closing the eyes and just finding again the breath. Once again, not needing to change it, just noticing the rising and falling of the chest naturally, or the sensation on the nostrils as the air comes in and out. And now I would invite you to try to focus on your body. There might be some thoughts going on. Could be about this video, could be about anything really in your life. I'd invite you to, if you can, try to come below the mental noise, come into the body and feel the breath. Feel your legs or your feet in contact with the floor. This is always going on, and this is the here and now, not the mental noise. The mental noise is in fact often imagination about the future or thoughts about the past. And with the focus on the body, I would invite you to see if you can notice any tension in the body. Could be in the head somewhere, could be a tight chest or a stomach feeling a bit uneasy, could be anywhere, but I would just invite you to notice if there is any negative feelings or bad feelings, unpleasant sensations at all on the body. And if you can feel something unpleasant, I would invite you to just try to focus on that feeling with the gentleness. So not forcing it to be anything or to go away. You could even try to shine a light on it. If you imagine that part of yourself, part of the body, you could imagine shining a light, just to give it some awareness and become conscious of that feeling. And we're not needing to change it. We're just trying to feel that feeling. Just trying to feel what's there, and it's a gentle thing. We're not, there's no right way to do it. We're just trying to make friends with those feelings that are on our body. If it helps, you can breathe into that part of the body. The breath is always here, and it can really help. It can be so pleasant. If you're noticing a lot of mental noise, a lot of thoughts, the breath is always here, which you can return to if you like. And once again, if there is a lot of mental noise, see if you can find on the body, perhaps there is a feeling underneath those thoughts that you can try to feel and connect to, and try to give some attention. Meditation is one of the few things in life that you don't have to be good at. There's no right way to do meditation. It's just about connecting to your body and feelings. From my experience, often it's really the mind itself who is trying to make a some sort of competition or challenge out of meditation to make it something to get somewhere. You know, you have to achieve something, but really it's not, you know, that's we can watch that again. That's just the mind. And it's going on, but we don't have to do anything right now. Okay. So it's getting dark here. I will stop for now. Hope this was helpful. If obviously you're more than welcome to do more if you feel you'd like to. I would personally recommend trying to do meditation in the morning and the evening. Can often help as a way to start and finish the day if you felt this was beneficial. But yeah, thanks for your time.